Guys, I f***ed it.
But I'm not sure whether that's the ECU issue or what.
The fan running is sometimes an indication of a bricked ECU.
It's not even a clickbait. Like the thumbnail says, it's all my fault. And I give up. So in the last episode, you guys watched and I was feeling quite good. I destroyed my existing R32 wiring loop. I swapped over tons of pins and we got comms between the R32 ECU here and the Scirocco, and yeah, I felt good. Put the video out, I went home, I was literally watching, responding to some comments, and then my phone went off. And it was Bill. He's a professional when it comes to rewiring. He's done many of these conversions. He called me up and I just saw this message. You should see it on the screen. He was like, no, you cut it. You shouldn't have cut this. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. You can't use this fuse box or else you're gonna lose so many different things. And I'll show you the difference. Like this fuse box has only got space for 2 relays. The R32 fuse box is a lot more filled up and it's got a lot more spaces for different things. And he just told me like, you're just gonna be missing out on so many components and And then he told me the existing loom that I destroyed trying to cut apart for the R32, I had it all, I destroyed it. And I just feel a bit crap. I don't want to swear, I feel a bit crap, guys. Like, I done it, it was all me, and yeah, I f***ed it. And when I say I give up, I mean, like, I don't want to ruin anything else. I'm Caribbean. My grandmother used to say, one smart dad, 2 smart door. It basically means I might think I'm smart by doing that, but there's someone that's smarter who can get it done better. So I'm bowing out, but I'm not giving up on the build. It's time to get this car down on the floor. I need to buckle up a few things, and we're taking the car to go see Bill. Now, before we head off to take the car to Bill, I just want to point out a few things. A lot of you guys got in the comments, and I do listen, and you told me pushing the car around without any drive shafts in the front could destroy my bearings. So what I've done is I got some old drive shafts that I had from before. I took just the outer cups off, popped them in, so those bearings should be fine. I need to install the rest of the exhaust, and off camera, I connected up the handbrake cable and just a few bits and bobs because I'm told that once we go to see Bill, once he's done with it and he's done his magic, coding and wiring, the car should be driving. So I want to prepare everything and then we're heading down to Essex. First up, I'm fitting the exhaust. There are 4 lambda sensors that needs to be wired in, so I need this available for Bill. The exhaust bolted in, I need to go back top side, reach all the way into this tiny little crevice so I can torque down the bolts onto the head. And there you have it, the full R32 exhaust has been fitted to the Scirocco and it all works, it's all in place, happy days. So now that I've fitted all of those bits, it's time to move on to the front end. I want to make this car look like a car again. I know it's not running, but I'm still excited. Check this out. We got a bumper. This is meant to go back on the car. We've got the Scirocco front slam panel and radiator assembly. I need to remove this rad pack as it's no longer compatible with this car, and I'll be using the R32 rad pack. So we need to swap a few things around and get it onto the car. On both the R32 and the Scirocco, the rad pack is held into the front slam panel with just a few screws. So that was all simple, just to remove those and everything came apart. Now this crash bar from the R32 was in better condition, so I wanted to just size it up, making sure that everything is lining up, and I was happy with that, so I can go ahead and swap them over. Yep. I want to do a quick test, seeing that this is the R32 bumper reinforcement. Just want to see if there are any clearance issues. That's lined up there. Yeah. You got plenty of clearance. Oh, guys, come on, man. This thing, we're building this. We are building this, and you forget how sexy the Scirocco looks. What do you think, George?
It looks sick, man. That's not even the R-line bumper.
I know. We'll be upgrading all of these anyway. Guys, I'm always getting comments from South Africa. Where's all the South Africans who are watching? Check this out. I got a green ambulance. If you know, you know, but I can't make up my mind. Do I like the green ambulance or the red ambulance? If you know, you know. If you're from South Africa and you're watching, let me know in the comments what you think of these. So now it's time to fit the rad pack, slam panel, headlights, bumper, the lot. I had to make a quick adjustment on the R32 crash bar. And after that, everything's bolting up really, really nicely. Now I was in full flow when someone started knocking on the door. I'm just filming, come on. They're rubbish. We will be upgrading these, but they're in and they're working. Next, I'm making a few adjustments to the front slam panel. If you look right here, you can see there's space for adjustment. Once everything was lined up, it was finally time to fit the front bumper. And this thing is actually looking like a car. Tell me what you think. Yeah, buddy. Once I was happy with the fitment of the lights and the front bumper, I'm just going around torquing everything down before connecting the coolant hoses. And then the second part of that, I need to do it from beneath. Coolant hoses, aircon pipes, the works. Sometimes when it gets a bit dry, it just can't go in the hole, innit? Sometimes. Nah, a little bit of moisture. Gotta get it moist first, that's the thing. When you get it moist, that's what happens. Yeah. So there you have it. After all this hard work, the V6 engine is looking right at home in an engine bay on this Scirocco, and with the bonnet on, it's looking complete. Now, I can't wait to show you what I've got in plan for the visual mods, but we've still got a big problem. Guys, hold on, stop the video. There's been a change of plan. So it's actually a few days later. I called Ben. Ben was telling me maybe I can bring the car on the weekend, and that was gonna be the plan. When I planned this video out, the next clip you were supposed to see was me transporting the car, get some driving shots, all the way to Ben, and I would have left it. Ben called and said, look mate, I'm super busy, I can't take the car this weekend. And I would have been stuck. I'm not the one to just give up. Like, I just wanted it to be done by someone who knows it, but I was sat at home and it just bugs my brain. I'm like, oh, can't let this beat me, can't let this beat me. It's just gone about 7 p.m. I've been here from midday. And we've got news. I went through everything one by one again. I decided to wire up the automatic gearbox. My logic was, if the car's not communicating with the gearbox, it's not gonna know that it's in park, so maybe that's why it's not turning over. I also went ahead and I wired in the selector module. I just wanted to make sure that the car is communicating with the gearbox, the selector, everything. And guys, have a look at this. I've still got the immobilizer issue, but now, the car turns over. On the key, come on. Everything works as it should. This is all lit up. The car now knows that the gearbox is in park. This wasn't changing before. Neutral, drive, S. You can see that. But I just need to get it to start. And to get it to start, I need to either change this clock to the R32 clock, which is going to be difficult because there's a complete different plug. Here is the R32 clocks here. This is an old school type of plug. Or I need to get someone to program the mobilizer data that's inside of the engine ECU. The fan is all working. We made a major step forward, and I didn't let it beat me. And that's the motto here on Salvage Nation. We always keep it moving. So guys, the new plan is Saturday today, tomorrow, Sunday. I gave Ash from the Beast Mode Developments channel a call. He's gonna come down. He told me he's gonna come down, so fingers crossed. He's gonna come down, try to give me a hand. He's bringing his mate Ben, so if you watch his channel, you'll know who Ben is. He's coming down, and we're gonna try to get this car running. If we can get this car running, I'll be very, very happy. I was today years old when I found out this. So I bought this kit ages ago, and I use it to bleed brakes by applying pressure or vacuum with this little pump. I use it to bleed coolant. But I was watching another YouTuber the other day, and it always had this little contraption inside, and I never knew what it was. This is a lifesaver. So now that I went ahead and I buckled up the entire front end, I want to fill it with coolant. But when you remove the front end off these cars, tons of air goes inside of the engine, and then when you fill it with coolant, it's gonna have tons of air pockets, builds up pressure, you can damage your engine, it's just gonna overheat. Well, this bad boy, you stick that in your coolant tank like so, and once I connect it to the air, this is gonna give the entire coolant system vacuum, suck all that air out, and then it's got another little section. I'll stick it in the bottle, and then once I turn that little knob there, the vacuum is gonna suck all of the coolant into the system, and hopefully with no air bubbles. Like, I've had this literally sat there for months and I've never used it. Until I was watching the Boosted Boys YouTube channel in America and I saw him use it, and I was like, that's what it's for. So after doing that a couple of times, coolant has been topped up, so I can close that off. And now is a waiting game. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. But she is turning over and I'm happy. Alright, guys, so it's the next day. It's actually Sunday, so I'm delaying this video. It's meant to go out this evening at 5 o'clock and it's now 3:30. So that's not gonna happen. So I'll be putting this out tomorrow. You'll be seeing it today, which is Monday. Anyway, this is kicking my butt, man. Like, this is, But there's someone who is in the know and he's on his way down. So we'll see if we can get any progress on the Scirocco. So I'll catch up with you when he's here. So when Ash from Beast Mode Developments heard that I was struggling, he told me, listen, it's Sunday, but me and my boy Ben, we're still gonna come down and we're gonna give you a hand. And they came prepared. So guys, just like clockwork, Ash and Ben have turned up. Ben, you're the guru, right? What do you think of the mess that I've created? Just say it as it is.
The thing is now we've got to try and understand where you've got to, so we can see where we're at. The best thing would have been for it to be untouched. I know.
We're here, innit? We're here. So
yes,
we've just got
I appreciate that, man.
Look, the thing is, it's not too difficult to work out, you know, what we need to get this started.
Yeah.
As long as the immobilized state is okay and the vehicle sees what it needs to see to turn over, it will run.
Yeah,
you know?
spot on.
So
cool.
Effectively, we just want to get it to the point where all the relays are switching on, so everything's got the power that it needs.
Yeah.
Sort out getting that old cluster connected up to the plug, because obviously there are different plugs on the cluster.
You reckon you can do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
And then once we do that, use the Golf key, or you can just use a chip out of the Golf key to read the immobilizer.
Yeah.
And we should be cooking. So
spot on. I'll leave it to it. So guys, I'm gonna stick these guys on a time lapse. I don't even wanna look at this. I don't even wanna look at it again. This is giving me nightmares, man. I was here till midnight last night, so I'll leave the professionals to do what they do best, and hopefully we can get the car running. So the boys got straight to work, and the first step is double checking all the wiring, checking all the fuses, fuse boxes, making sure that everything is in the right area, and immediately they made a big difference.
Right. So what we're doing here, yeah, for example, yeah, come closer.
Okay,
Abdul, come closer. No, go back. No, joking. Basically, pin 40 of the T40 is normally DSG power supply, yeah?
Okay.
Which there was nothing in.
Yeah, because obviously it's a manual car.
Yeah, so the size of the pin from the, you got this from the R32, right?
Yes.
Which fits into that T40 is the red and green stripe cable.
Yeah.
Now, because the pin size is that, we're going to use it in that pin.
Yep.
But obviously we need to connect the DSG cable, which is yellow and red.
Okay.
Now, it's what I've told this guy from the very start, yeah? That unfortunately colours mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because ultimately, if we need to confirm that the cable goes from A to B, regardless of the colour.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's touched the car before. Like, this isn't something that we'd normally do.
Yeah.
Normally it's correct size cable, a new connector, and we're crimping, not soldering.
Yeah.
We just haven't got the, do you know what I mean? We're just trying to get this running for starters, do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that are going to be watching saying, oh, you shouldn't be soldering.
Mate, I get it all the time.
Do you know what I mean?
I've got it already.
Listen, this is real life. We're trying to build shit, do you know what I mean? So it is what it is, do you know what I mean? So there is going to be a lot of mix match in terms of colours.
But you've got your computer, you're checking to see, like you said.
Exactly, I know I'll be able to confirm that, you know, even though the colours are different, that I'm continuity checking from, you know, that pin to that pin, cool, that's the right cable.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do, we'll make notes so you know that, okay, we've gone from that point to that point is that.
Yeah, I hear that, man.
Because further down the line, this is why I said it's better to keep the Scirocco fuse box.
Yeah.
Because any documentation that you've got for the Scirocco will tell you that for example, you know, the fuel pump is fuse number.
Yeah. So you want to keep it.
So
on
you want
that.
to keep it like
yeah,
that because the first thing you're going to go to is the Scirocco handbook, or do you know what I mean? You're going to be looking at Scirocco documentation. That's why I would say it's almost it's better to keep it that way. And like even like when we've done the caddies before, if it's missing 1-2 relays, it's better that I add those relays in that were never there.
Yeah.
And you know, say okay, if it is from that part of the wiring, we're looking at the relays that we've added, as opposed to
anything else before.
Yeah, because then you know, then you're looking.
A whole lot of madness.
The whole lot of madness.
This whole video has just been up and down, up and down. I've been pushed. Use this relay, use that, use this. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I got
solder.
Yeah, I've got my solder now. Where did I put it?
I've got some stuff, man. So we'll get it cracking.
But yeah, so yeah, guys, we're gonna stick you on a time lapse. We're gonna get busy.
I'm the cameraman. I'm taking a step back, man.
We're gonna get busy, and if anything interesting pops up, then we'll interject. But if for the moment you're just seeing some little montage and you're just seeing us moving mad fast, then you know things are going well.
Yeah.
And the next time that it stops, hopefully this thing's starting. But you know, we'll see, innit? We'll see.
Hold on, before we continue, what is that?
Yeah. So
Look at this bad
is the
boy.
Miniware TS80P, USB-C powered.
Wow.
By Savage. It heats up in like under 30 seconds.
How much? You just showed it to me. How much is it?
Do you know,
360 degrees.
360 degrees within seconds. You saw how quickly it loaded up. And the beauty of it is this. Watch this. Ready? So that's 360 degrees.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, look at his. If you can see his face right now.
How are you holding it?
Yeah. So what it is, obviously, the inside element's heating up, and the outside, because it's quick release, so you can touch the outside and I can change tips.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, man, it's a good bit of kit.
How much is that?
Do you know, I don't think it's that bad. I think this might be about £100, but then you've got to buy a good power pack that runs whatever it is, the 20 volts or whatever it is. Do you know
Keep
what I
it
mean?
continuous.
Yeah.
Alright, I hear you. I was going to put it on time lapse. I want to see that thing in action.
I saw a lot of comments on the last video where people were saying, why are you soldering and not repinning? Even though I pointed out in the video that the pins are completely different due to the age difference in the car. So that's what they're doing, and Ben reckons that this should be fine as well. So he's just soldering in some new pins to make sure that all the components on the engine are working, and we lost something, well, I lost it. And we just spent ages looking for it, but I just left them to do their thing, and yeah, they're in the know, man.
We need to find evap.
Which is probably why that shit's ticking away.
That's probably why it's ticking away. Well, no, it says coolant pump power, T14B, pin 2. Yeah, but what I'm saying is pin 2 on the R32 side requires something. Do you know what I mean? These should match up identically now, as OEM as possible. And from them, no, it's cool.
Do you know what it is? Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Aye,
Exactly.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Spoil the linguine, bro.
Yeah, it's true. Like the title of this video says, I f***ed it.
As you can tell by the conversations being had, they know exactly what they're doing and how to do it. I'm literally just a bystander, and I'm in awe at the knowledge that they both hold.
Wait, is there any food places that do takeaway and stuff around there?
It's gonna be fish and chips from the Seagulls.
Bro, I hate fish and chips down there, man. Everyone's onto fish and chips down there. Guys, are you a big fish and chips fan? I hate it. I found it oily.
We've got 3 brown guys in the building. Definitely want chicken.
Exactly. Exactly. You need chicken, man. Here's one I prepared earlier. You asked for chicken, and it's still warm. It literally just came just before you came in.
Nice one, bro.
Ash, that's one for you.
That's the 1.4 TSI thing, innit? It's a joke, them.
Did I mess it up that bad?
No. You'd started and you haven't finished. So what we do is, as we go through, obviously make it as neat as possible. Once we've confirmed that is good,
Closed off, yeah.
tape it all up. So then mentally, when you're looking around,
It looks-
if it's taped up and it's done, you know, say in your
Check it
head,
off.
I don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Anything that's open like that, you're cool. I need to go back to double check that.
Okay.
Otherwise, if everything's left open, you're like, damn, I don't know what's been finished and what's not.
No, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, bro. It's getting a bit chaotic. So I'm really so grateful that you guys gave up that Sunday and come down, man. Because this thing was busting a gut.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's only because I want to see this thing rip down Santa podcast.
I got it. Bro, there's so many people.
I'm gonna be chasing you lot in the caddies.
coming out on
I'm gonna be chasing.
Yeah, guys, who do you think is winning? There's another builder guy from up north. He said he wants in. There's like 2 other guys, they want in.
Yeah.
But once it's running and stuff, I'm gonna go down to your boy Dave. Dave at ATP, if you're watching.
Big up Dave.
He's gonna be
Do
sorting
you
out
know,
the engine.
the only thing is though, I'm a little bit worried that you're just not gonna have the power, bro.
Why?
Because a supercharged R32 is only gonna make 460.
But what if it's turbocharged?
Then we're talking different. Then we're talking different.
Yeah. I've seen something.
To be fair, you're DSG, so you got an advantage. You get a nice little TVS map, you might have Ash.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You get me? I know Ash is a driver, but you know, we can get them lightning quick shifts.
See the forearms?
Yeah.
See my calves? You ain't see my calves.
Right, little lunch break over. It's time to get back to business.
19.
They're giving me so much insight, so much info, and this bit I want to share with you guys.
See, bro, within 5 minutes, both of them cables that you had in the other fuse box, we've got back into the Scirocco fuse box. You know, you jump on Facebook, you know what it's like, innit?
Of course. Everyone, what you said earlier off camera, everyone's got their way of
doing it. And it all works, do you get me?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we've had people say, oh, you can't run a diesel tank for a petrol conversion.
Yeah.
And we've got bare of them out there. But yeah, there's loads of guys, when they do the TFSI swaps, they're taking the time to de-pin and re-pin the fuse boxes, rather than just look at the diagram and be like, cool, right, I can understand that this relay
What
needs to
works
do
and what
that.
doesn't, yeah.
And so let me work out where I can put this, boom, stick it in and done. You'll see that there might be some spare cable, there's some spare outputs.
Yeah.
So that's where you might be say, okay, I haven't got this in the Scirocco, but I know on the R32, it was on the load side of the main relay. Let me find an available slot and stick it in there.
Do you?
No. I'm applying the logic
Do
to
you know
like
what I
when
mean?
I was working on BMs.
Yeah.
See, guys, knowledge is key, man. Knowledge is
power.
key.
Knowledge is power.
I'm not gonna cut this video as much because I want you guys to see how hard it is to do all of this sort of stuff. I went through the pain, so if you're watching this, you're going through the pain too.
Do you have the plug for the R32 cluster?
Have you cut the plug for the clocks off?
I'm pretty sure.
That's it.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%.
can see from here that is it.
If it's part of the loop.
So see
If
that's
that's the one?
that case slides into it, so you've taken it out.
Pat on my back, I did it. When I was breaking that car, I needed to be out of there quickly, but I also had the notion that I don't want to leave anything and be wanting.
Yeah.
I'll prefer to take all of it, have lots of crap everywhere, my whole garage is a mess,
And throw it away with
and then throw it away once the car's up and running. It's all laid out on the floor, but this has been a treasure chest of any clips, connectors, wires, whatever we need. And here is, hopefully, we should be able to cut this off, reuse the old clocks right here from the R32 and hopefully get this car running.
So we're making great progress, the boys are cracking on, and I've got a question I want to ask Ben, but I want to open it up to all of you guys watching and listening also. Listen to this question and tell me what you think in the comments.
I'm jumping way ahead here, but let's just say we end up getting this car running. I haven't fitted the front drive shafts. If I wire in the Haldex system and we get all of that running, can we have the car as a rear-wheel drive?
No.
What?
For starters, you should have drive shafts in your hubs right now.
No.
Have you got-
When you
it's
watch
got
this
cups
video,
in it. It's got
yes.
cups
You put
You remember I
cups in.
told you last time?
It's got old
Guys, tell them
drive
to
Okay,
rewind
okay.
the video. So yeah, earlier on in this video, I put some cups in there because everyone's telling me the same thing.
shaft. I just want to order this food, bro. I'm hungry.
After watching Ben here, right, he's got the computer, typed in the VIN number, and he's got all the diagrams for the R32, type in the VIN number of the Rocco. It makes me feel like so primitive. I was literally just shooting in the dark.
It has to still be plugged in.
You reckon?
So evap delete, you can unplug the pipe work, but that resistance still needs to be in. So the N80 valve needs to still be physically installed. It's like mine sitting there plugged in, but it's disconnected. But the ECU has to see it. So you can do an evap delete, get rid of the canister, but that N80 valve has to be present, has to be plugged in.
That's the valve there, no?
Yes.
And it connects straight to the canister.
Yeah.
That's the same color that's in the pin.
That's in there. So yeah, so that we need to get cable from there, from pin 3 up to the fuse box.
Okay.
That's off the brake. That's off the. Is that from the R32?
No.
That's off the 1.4 TSI.
Yeah.
So that's the brake booster valve. That comes off.
See, you know your stuff, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know your stuff. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay.
Yeah. Order a new one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if that leaks, it's going to be hunting, and you're going to be trying to find it, and in your head, you told yourself that you fixed this.
So what you're adding now is for what?
For the N80 valve, EVAP valve off the charcoal canister, got to go up to the ECU.
Eventually, if you do delete this, then that valve will stay in place and stay plugged in.
Yeah.
Because the ECU needs to see it, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you can just remove the pipe work.
Okay. What's the benefits of removing that?
We remove them because I've got an oil catch can that sits there.
Okay. So you just want the space.
Or unless, you know, their charcoal canister needs replacing and they don't want to replace it, they might do it EVAP
But it's
delete.
okay. So it doesn't take away from any power or.
No.
Okay. Say that again.
Right. So because you was manual, now
Yeah.
you're going DSG,
Yeah.
we need to find an extra power supply from this relay
Yeah.
to connect to the crankcase heater.
Yes.
So looking through,
So what have you found?
fuse 22
Yeah.
is the clutch position sender,
Okay.
which obviously you're not using anymore.
No, 'cause the clutch is gone.
Because the clutch is gone.
Yeah.
So we now know that we can use that supply to feed
The breather.
the breather heater element.
Okay.
So again, just another, that's what I meant by not needing to use
Yeah.
the R32 fuse box. So yeah, so we'll just find that cable,
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, knowledge is key, bro.
disconnect it, and then just make a note that that's what we're putting that into.
Sweet. Guys, shout out to Ben, man. Ben knows his stuff. And shout out to the other Ben as well. He gave a lot of information. And shout out to Bill. Shout out to everyone who's commenting.
Like everyone beginning with B's.
Yeah, everyone, all the bees.
Beast mode.
Cool. So basically, take that back as far as it goes, snip it, and then we need to run that to pin 2. So pin 3 is going to ECU. That cable there is going to go to pin 2. G31 in it.
What you doing?
I said, do you want to see pin 2?
And pin 2 is going to come straight
You
out
know the
of
one
there.
you abused?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Out here playing peekaboo, bro.
Sorry, man. I know. I'm not going to lie. I'm telling you, last night, when it got to like 11, 12 o'clock, and I'm not getting any progress, I started to get frustrated, man. I
You
can't lie.
would do, bro. You would do.
Started to get frustrated.
And this is a different ball game.
Come.
This is a different ball game.
You see me? You see me?
You know,
yeah?
it's funny though, yeah. The way that we got into this, yeah, is when he wanted to do his engine conversion.
Yeah.
He paid a guy a deposit. Do you remember? he paid.
That's the worst
That's how
thing.
we worked, yeah. That's how Beast Mode started. He paid a guy a deposit to do the wiring.
Yeah.
And what was it about it he didn't like? And Ash was like, "Nah, fuck it. I'm not taking my van there." Yeah. And I was
do it
like,
yourself.
"Cool." I was like, "Cool. I'm gonna find the software and I'm gonna say, bro." And I spent weeks and
See,
weeks.
you're like me then. You're like me then.
Man,
Other than that, bro, everything else you've smashed.
Nah, man, I like that, bro.
Everything else
I
you've
like
smashed.
that. I've been watching your videos. You guys know your stuff, man.
Guys, don't try this at home. no, really, don't try this at home.
Come to the professionals. Go to Beast Mode Development.
no, don't. I feel like I'm kind of done with all of it, man. It's
Yeah?
too much stress, bro.
It is,
And
it
people
is.
We expect
All of
things
it.
to happen overnight.
Yeah, they think it's a
not an
2-minute
overnight
job.
thing. Remember, I'm working the body shop.
Full time,
during the
yeah,
day.
you said.
Oh, bro, it's,
I was the same, bro. When I was working at NHS, I used to leave that and then do all the YouTube stuff afterwards. So I totally get where you're coming from. Open that. Where you go with all the chips? 2, 3, 4 lots of chips
Hope you're
for
hungry.
2,
Yeah, I
man.
hope you're hungry.
What you guys doing, bro? Ben don't care. Ben's just focused. I like that. Is that how you rolling, yeah?
So guys, Ash gets busy on the bikes. I didn't even know he's into this, but this is him over in Sweden, just having fun, man, just enjoying. And yeah, should we go over with the cameras to his next trip in Sweden?
My guy. I want to see, man. When you go Sweden next, I want to see it.
Now we're moving on to more complex wiring, and as Ben is calling it out, Ash is just writing it down.
And I can't draw so good, so this is why I'm doing the diagram.
So Ben, what diagram is this?
Writing diagram.
It's the fuel pump from the R32. Is that on?
No, automatically went off.
drawing out the diagram for the fuel pump for the R32
Oh wow.
and the wiring
Yeah.
as to where it goes.
Yeah.
So then I can draw a line, do the Scirocco.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the differences and then see what I need to move to go where.
I have to
Do you know
admit,
what I mean?
you've put better use to that whiteboard than I ever have.
Do you know what I mean? Doing it this way, because like, you could just rip it out and say, right, let's just start from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do as lazy as it sounds, I'm trying to do as little wiring changes as possible.
Spot on.
Do you know
I
what I
hear
mean? So if it's a case that I know we've got, you know, there's just 5 cables here which are going to direct to the fuel pump, and in the TSI you've got the module which is a T10 plug with maybe just 8 cables in or something.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we can use
Some of them
some
to
of
that,
those.
yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we might have to maybe add 1 cable as opposed to saying, oh, let's run the whole 5 new
Yeah, yeah, I
from the
hear
back.
that.
Do you know what I mean?
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I'm on.
Spot on. Oh, yeah. You know your stuff, man. That's all I can say. The boys from Beast Mode Developments have been very busy. We've got all of this situated, rewired, repins the proper way.
But temporarily.
I'll f*** it again. I'll come back to you in a sec. Ben,
Right.
where are we at? What are you doing?
So what we're trying to do now is actually trying to get the cluster plug so we can splice that into the loom from the Scirocco to connect the R32 clocks in.
And try to get the car started.
Reason being, so the way it works is that you've got immobilizer data in 3 locations: in your key, in your cluster, in your ECU. The key and the cluster need to match for there to be no immobilizer fault on the dash.
Yeah.
And obviously the immobilizer data needs to match the ECU. If you get IMMO off, so the ECU doesn't need the immobilizer data to start.
Yeah.
But if the clocks and the keys still don't match,
It's still gonna have the problem.
it will start, but you'll have stuff like your windows won't work and it will come up saying immobilizer fault.
Okay.
So Ash has just seen that you've cut the transponder ring.
Guys, I effed it again. So what have I done?
This wire here goes down.
Let me bring it. Look.
Goes into.
Hold on. In my defense, I cut that when I was breaking the R32.
Okay.
And I never thought I'd need this.
All right.
You can still see the key.
The key. So that's the transponder ring, yeah? So what it's doing is it's reading the immobilizer data from the pill, or if it's in a newer key, the chip in here.
Yeah.
The ring picks it up, and that's what
sends it down
into the cluster.
So it's not a typical kind of wire that you can just join?
Yeah, I mean, it is a 2-core cable. You could just join it, but it would have been nice if it wasn't cut.
Man, I'm
So
sorry.
we'll solder it back together.
Let's see, hopefully.
Deep in from.
No, because what I want to do is make it so that we just
It can
literally
plug
have
into
to have
either
that
or.
plug into either or. For testing purposes.
Guys,
for now.
the way these two feed off each other, they just know it.
It's cool, man.
That's all I'm hearing.
We're
throughout
getting
this.
there. So fingers crossed, realistically, it doesn't need too much for the engine to start and run.
Yeah.
You know, as long as we get these immobilizer datas all working and the vehicle's got fuel, it's got power in the right locations, it should turn over. It's probably going to scream and blink at us and beep
That's
about
fine, but
this
I
fault,
just want to
that
hear it
fault.
running. I know
But
the
as
engine
long
is
as we
good.
get it to run,
Yeah.
then, you know, you're on the home straight. So that's
Yeah.
all we're trying to get done today. So
Once the car's running, I can move it out and I can get rid of all these parts. Like this place is an absolute mess. It's just got
Right.
R32 bits
don't get
everywhere.
rid of them. Don't get rid of them yet. If I was you, go and get a big clear box, and like take the whole wiring loom and just dump it in the box.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of this. I love holding stuff like this. I'm a hoarder when it comes to car parts.
But literally until it's done, and we scan that on VCDS, and the auto scan says that we ain't got no issues, then you can dash stuff away.
Okay, no worries.
Until that time, bruv, just keep, because you never know. Something that might be working today, in 3 months, might go faulty, and you've got the replacement there that you threw away when you thought you didn't need it. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, and who knows, bruv? You might get the dub bug now, and you might become a VW guy, innit?
You never know. You never know.
We might be doing you a caddy build next. You never know.
I'm a BMW guy, but I think we'll definitely be working on
something. Let me ask you this though,
Yeah.
BMW don't have vans. So how are you going to go pick up all your stuff? You're going to need a dub van.
Yes.
You're going to need a dub van to go and pick up your BMW parts.
Yes. Everyone's been saying that in the comments. So I'm going to give you a quick preview. One of my future builds, I've already planned it out, and I said it to you off camera. I'm going to get an RS3 breaker. Get a caddy or a transporter, and I'm going to trick it out. SALVAGENation livery everywhere, and that's going to be my little parts runner. But
might be half as good as a Beast Mode can.
I mean, you're not going to get there without us.
Of course,
You're not gonna get there without
I'll
us.
definitely be coming back. No worries.
But
No worries. So This is the ECU plug.
No, that's the cluster plug.
You know what? I'm gonna shut up.
Do you know what? I need to clear something up on camera as well, yeah? I know a lot of people say like, you know, that's the gearbox ECU or that's the da-da-da ECU. ECU stands for engine control unit. Control unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's
ECM.
if it's a gearbox control unit,
It can't be the
technically,
ECU.
I mean that'll be TCU, transmission control unit. So it wouldn't be a gearbox ECU.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a little bugbear.
But it's
to me.
weird. It's something that you
Everyone
just
calls
say-
everything ECU, innit?
Yeah.
Maybe they think it's electronic control unit. It's definitely half past home time.
I know.
But as they say, salvage nation.
I hear that. Right? Yeah.
Pull the blue clip off of it, and then you're gonna need a knife because you're gonna have to
Oh, goddamn.
open it up, and then we're gonna just twisty wires in.
Twisty, yeah.
Twisty, man.
Sweet. What you got there?
So this is the 36 pin connector for the back of the the T36, yeah.
T36.
And this is the T32. So that's a 36 pin connector for the back of the R32
Which is
clocks.
right here.
Yeah,
So that's what it looks like in person.
Yeah.
That's it on the laptop there.
yeah, and then we've got the 32 pin.
Yeah.
Oh, where's that gone? Which is what you've got in the Scirocco. So what we've got to do,
Is that bad boy?
yeah, so what we've got to do is splice in. So for example, both pin 1 and 2 is, you know, terminal 15 voltage supply. So pin 1 from the T36 will splice into that cable.
Into that one there.
Yeah, so we'll splice it in down here.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, we're going to have basically 2 plugs spliced into the same loom.
Yeah.
So
And
we
why
can-
are we doing it like that? We spoke off camera. Why are we
Yeah,
doing
we're
it like
doing
that?
it so we can plug in the R32 clocks so we can get the correct IMO data for the ECU
Yeah.
and the key.
Yeah.
So hopefully it starts.
Yeah.
But then down the line, you want to run the Scirocco clocks because
Yeah.
they're later gen. And so we'll just be able to pull the R32 loom off and then just tape up the insulation that we
Yeah.
are going to just take
And
off.
hopefully by then we will have the immobilization data in the ECU
Yeah, removed.
flashed or removed.
Yeah, we'll have it taken off.
All right, guys, so you've heard the plan, you've heard all the logistics about what they're doing. I'm gonna stick you guys on the time lapse. And these boys are knocking it out the park on a Sunday night.
Stick it on the time lapse, get the heater on.
Yeah, I'll get the heater on as well.
Right, so pin, what are we looking at? Now.
Yeah, 1-1. And then I believe we're going 2-2.
So after throwing the heaters on, here's the time lapse, and the boys are just splicing in to that cluster wire, and this is gonna hopefully allow the car to start. Exciting times.
All right, you guys, so it's been
Are you recording as well?
God knows how long. Yeah?
Come on.
Is it?
Nah, just do it.
The
Forget
time
the
is
chat.
9.
Just try it.
Okay, let's see. Is it gonna start?
No, nada. What are we missing?
That's more than it ever done. That's more than it ever done. Come on. So for some reason you have to wait. I don't understand that waiting business.
So at this point, the boys are continuing to diagnose the issue, and even though the car is trying to fire up, there was no communication between the car and the ECU, which we did have earlier on in the video. So there's a possibility that due to my wiring or something I've done, I've bricked the ECU, and I was thinking that this could be the end of the build as we know it. But after an hour, this happened.
Let me break this
You
down.
say it. I'm not gonna say. I've said it enough times.
Let me break this down, yeah? So, we basically got to the point where we're trying to start this vehicle, yeah? And D's saying that he keeps popping the fuse for the ECU.
Yeah.
And was getting no comms, yeah?
Since when?
Since
Yeah.
a couple of days ago?
Yeah. Since I wired it in.
Yeah, since you wired it, and we're looking over it, and then literally just now I'm looking and we're measuring. I'm getting continuity
I
between
love
the
you,
ground.
Ben. I love you, Ben.
It's cool.
I love
I'm
you.
getting continuity between ground and live, yeah. And what we've got is in the plug, we've got 1 ground, 2 live, 3 ground. Have a look at the wiring diagram here, yeah. We've got 1 ground, 2 ground, and 3 is the live. Even on the paper, it says 1 ground, 2 ground, 3 live.
What did I do?
D***ed it. D created a short circuit, yeah?
Guys, oh,
He created a short circuit.
listen. In my defense, I stayed
There's
until...
no more defense.
No, bro, do you know what? You had a go, yeah?
I
You
had a go.
I just hope the ECU is good. Because obviously,
Man, guys.
I just hope the ECU is good because obviously we've been creating a short circuit and a couple of times as well. Because
Several times.
Yeah. This is why I like things not to be touched in it.
I know,
Because,
I know.
you know, it's one of them ones that you don't see it because you think, oh, it's okay, like you ticked it off.
Yeah, I ticked it off.
And I'm
but
thinking, okay, it's cool, but
it's my fault. That's why I've got no shame in admitting, and that's why I named this video. I fucked.
it's cool. These things happen. I'm just hoping. You know,
fingers crossed. It's not even funny because
I can see Ash has got it connected. So
I'm gutted,
I mean, now it's a case of connecting this ECU back up,
and hopefully it don't
fuse box back together.
blow that fuse.
Is that a good fuse in there? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So
Okay.
it normally has been popping. As soon as you turn the ignition on,
Right.
it's been popping. And that explains why the car's constantly screaming. No contact with
No comms.
several,
Well, ignition's going on.
Okay, let's see the fuse. So it's this one here, right? The red one?
Ready?
Wait.
Oh, wait, what? Ben's a savage, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Ben, don't gas me up. It sounds, but there's that ringing sound of
But you know
like the
what?
ignition.
I've got the fuel pump unplugged. Oh. The fuse ain't blowing,
And he unplugged that in case.
but I unplugged that because I thought that
Guys,
might have been the issue.
listen. Beast mode. I'm so glad that you guys came down today, man.
And it was instant crank as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's no more of that
delay.
waiting. It's gonna have to prime the fuel, isn't it? But it's trying to.
We're closer.
Come on.
We're getting there. Few little niggles.
Yes.
Few little niggles, one step at a time. Right, next is, checking fuel. We
Guys.
just disconnect that to the battery in the back here.
Another late night, but we're getting there.
We'll confirm,
The fan running
but
is sometimes an indication of a bricked ECU.
Don't say that.
Just saying.
Don't say that.
we've got comms with the ECU.
So it's connected.
We've
Okay.
got comms.
Okay.
All right, that's
So-
fine. There, we know, because look, we know that all of these are unplugged. The lambda sensors aren't wired in, etc.
Yeah.
Exhaust flat, blah, blah, blah. So that's cool, but we've got comms.
Perfect.
It's saying no comms with transmission control module, yada, yada, but you need to get onto that big one.
Right, what we thinking?
We're just gonna probe the fuel pump,
Yeah.
just see if it's getting it's getting power.
Say, put your laptop somewhere safe because we don't want a broken screen.
Yeah. Get this out of the way.
Okay, baby.
Yeah.
Flawless victory.
Okay, what's the problem?
Just the fuel.
Oh, shit! It's running really rough, but it is running. Okay. All right. So what have you guys done? And what?
No, just give it the close up.
No worries. No worries. I see.
I told you, little bit by little
I
bit, you got to
see
go
you.
through and process. So, you
I
know, we
see.
made sure that the wiring in that T14 body plug was connected to the correct ancillaries, i.e. inject coil packs, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just kept on moving until the last thing was the fuel pump.
My guy.
You know, so
My guy.
so now we just know that we need to sort out that fuel controller isn't designed for this setup.
No.
So it does need to be taken out and just put a standard
do you think we can
relay
do
in
that?
there. If you've got a relay in here, we can do it.
I believe the relay is there in the loom somewhere.
In the loom somewhere, yeah. So yeah, that can be done. But I mean, it's good stuff. It's a good sign.
And then it started.
Yeah, mate.
Happy days.
But look, it runs.
We told you that we get
Nah,
started.
you know what? I was shook. I'm
And you
not
know
gonna
what?
lie.
He was so stressed. He was so stressed, yeah.
I'm gonna put this away.
Yeah, I swear 7 minutes ago it was, nah, I'm done with this, man. I'm done with this.
I was, guys. I'm not. This video, I don't know how long it's gonna be at this point, but I'm telling you, it's been all days for the last 4 or 5 days till like midnight.
Yeah.
And
Emotional
knowledge is key,
rollercoaster.
bro. Knowledge is key, and that's why I give it to you guys.
This is where it gets like that.
Of
It
course,
does, bro.
yeah.
It's like that.
It does. It's very rare that it just works first time. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very, very rare.
I'm a BMW boy. Give me a BMW. I know it inside out, but
It's no fun,
I saw
though,
your
is it,
videos
bro?
and I knew that
No
you
fun.
guys knew your
No
stuff.
fun. You
man.
got to have problems, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's
got
where the
R32
satisfaction.
now. What?
I'm gassed. It's actually started. It's
Literally.
running. And what do you think is the reason why it's running rough? Well, there's no math.
Nothing's
right
connected.
now.
Yeah, you got no math. You got air leaks because them plugs are disconnected.
Vacuum
The
lines.
vacuum lines. Where's that vacuum line? Look.
Can we fit?
Do you know what I mean? So that's off. So you got air leaks everywhere.
Yeah.
But you know, we knew it would start.
Yeah.
You're gas now.
Yeah, I feel
It's
good.
holding in there.
Do you know
No,
what?
no.
Just sign it off.
Yeah.
We're done for today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sign it off.
Starts, you've seen it
But
start.
now the build properly starts, innit?
Yeah, for sure.
Now it properly starts. You've got these little bits to sort out now. You can crack on with some of the wiring. Do you know what I mean? Now, every time you put something in, i.e. you connect up the lambas, you can now check VCDS, because we've just proved we've got comms, etc.
Yeah.
You know? So now it's a case of one thing by one thing. Do one lamba, do the next lamba, clear the codes, test it, cool. Do you know what I mean?
Sweet.
As you keep going through.
All right.
And then, yeah, man.
Piece by piece, baby.
Sweet. I believe it's this one here.
I just feel good that I didn't brick.
Hey, you was close though.
Yeah, bro. There's no worse feeling, right, than
Hit it right there.
when you contributed to catastrophe.
Fucking something up.
You can smell fuel.
Yeah. Can you smell fuel?
It's a good smell.
We almost there, boys.
I bet you're glad you listened to them comments now, huh?
Yeah, guys, everyone who commented, go check out Beast Mode Developments. Thank you.
I love and appreciate it.
Of course. And don't forget, man, go check out the caddy build. And he's got something juicy dropping in the next video. Go over to the Beast Mode Developments YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and show these guys some
So the
love. man.
Scirocco uses an electronic fuel controller, which is not compatible with the R32, which uses a fuel relay. So we had to just wire that in.
Ben,
Yo.
sorted?
Yeah, so this relay is been wired in. So we've got the 3 cables here, which are for the fuel gauge, which will run back to the cluster. And
So I
they
need to
will-
wire them in directly to the cluster.
Yeah, but there's some existing cables here from the old plug which you can connect onto.
Okay.
But for the time being, we're just doing the power wires.
Yeah.
So that's the relay put in. So Ash,
Temporarily.
if you ignition on,
See what's going on?
see what's going on, see if she starts. I don't think that that's doing the fuel because I can't hear it. Ignition on. Yeah. Yeah, that.
I can feel it vibrating.
Now.
It's gonna do that because it's running funny with the air leaks.
But I'm not sure whether that's the ECU issue or what.
To be continued, guys, 1 second. They only went and done it.
So look how rough she's running.
Right, watch Ben's finger. This is what an air leak does to your car.
Oh, wow. Yes, buddy. That sounds nice for Scirocco. Do it again.
Ash. Yeah. Ben's whole arm nearly got sucked into the intake.
Ben,
What's going on now?
thank you. Ash,
We've got journeys.
thank you.
Job's a good one.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'll sort it. Don't worry. You guys have done so much today. Thank you very much. I'll sort that out in the morning. I'll make sure I have a coffee so I'm wide awake.
Do you know what?
Ben, thank you very
no, it's all
much,
good. I was saying to Ash, let's get a WhatsApp group going.
Yeah.
And then you can just go over and I can let you know, right, yeah.
Spot on.
Just
Admin.
double check,
Admin,
yeah.
bro.
Connect
Let's lock
this,
it in.
connect
Lock it
that.
Let's gather our things.
Oh.
You're at a good point now.
Yeah, for sure.
Good
For sure.
point.
It's
Start
now
buttoning
what,
things up.
10:30? You know I'm gonna stay here for a little bit more.
Have a tidy up.
Have a little tidy up. Yeah, I wanna hear it run. I just wanna hear it run, idle. But guys, once again, I've said it so many times, thank you to Ash from Beast Mode Developments, Ben as well. Ash, when he came the first time, he said, I've got a mate, his name is Ben. He's a guru when it comes to this wiring thing.
listen.
But he's only gonna come out when I tell him to.
Loyalty there.
Go show them guys some love, man. Beast Mode Developments on YouTube and Instagram. Show the boys some love, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Woo!
So it's the next day and we're back on the Scirocco. The car is running, I'm happy. However, we've got a few issues with some leaks. This is for the vacuum line for the exhaust. I'm not gonna be running that, so I need to delete that. The car is lit up like a Christmas tree. I saw someone in my comments, yeah mate, deck the halls is lit up. Once again, we need to sort that out later. For the rest of this video, I wanna wire in the Haldex system and try to get movement out of the car. Now I've got the pinouts on my phone and it's technically just a few wires, plus, negative, high can and low can, and then there's some others that I don't need to worry about for now, just to get the car moving.
Right, guys, so I went ahead and I wired in the Haldex connector plug. So the Haldex should be online now. As you can see right here, Haldex 4Motion, the car is communicating with the Haldex system. However, when I stick it in gear, I've got no movement. Nothing to the rear, and the cups on the gearbox side at the front, they're not moving either. So that's yet another issue. But we've covered so many different things in this video. I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. So guys, there you have it. This has been an extended episode. We overcame so many obstacles, but we've still got so much more to do to this car. I need to get it driving. I don't know how I'm gonna go about doing that, but if you wanna see how we're getting on, make sure you're subscribed. Once again, I wanna give a massive shout out to the boys from Beast Mode Developments. Go over there, show them some love. And I also want to say a special thank you to Bill and Ben, 2 of my subscribers who've been helping me throughout this build. Although the car's not driving, it's turning over, it's starting, and it sounds oh so good. And we are one step closer to finalizing the install of the engine, getting it running, and hopefully we can make some major tracks in the next episode. So stay tuned, subscribe, make sure you're following. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and you like it, press the like button. If you haven't already, like, come on, this has been an epic video. Just press like, just press like. And like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one.
Salvagenation. We love the Beamers, the Benz, the Porsches. All of my fans, I know they're supporting. Style with nothing but look at us now.